You got to hit the information first. So you have to say 8 divided by 13 equals.
Oh, and then
And then hit second sign. Okay? Now, let's look at this real quick.
Oh.
Now our unknown variable is in the denominator.
Uh-oh.
All right? Well, I'm showing you a shortcut because this is how it's going to always work. All right? Watch the process.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to isolate x, we have to start by making it come out of the denominator. So we multiply by x on both sides, which cancels it over here and brings it over there. And then, since the sine of 18 degrees is a number, and it's being multiplied by x, we're going to divide by that number on both sides. So, if that's always how it's going to happen when your unknown is in the denominator, all you have to do is just switch these two, switch them. So x comes over here and sine goes down there.
So it'd be
Okay.
X equals.
So x equals 15 over sine.
So whenever you see the x at the bottom, Elise, focus. Elise. Whenever you see the x at the bottom,
Just automatically switch them when it's at the bottom.
So would it be XX at the top?
No, it's just x. It's this right here.
Oh. I knew that.
So without going through all that commotion, because it's always going to happen that way, just switch them. All right? Now let's see how to plug this into our calculator. We'll read it. It says 15 divided by sine of 18. Do we use the shift key?
Negative.
No. Okay, so you're going to hit 15 divided by sine 18. For those of you where you have to hit it the other way, you're going to say 15 divided by 18 sine. Okay?
inversions in English.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Okay, so if it's 0.5, we don't round up.
We're going to round everything to the 10th. Unless we're looking for a degree measure, then we're going to round it to the whole number.
Okay,
So sides will be to the 10th. Degrees will be to the whole number.
15 divided by 18 equals, and then what do we do?
No, not equals.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
15 divided by 18 sine. Equals. Because you found the sine of 18, then you said equals. Okay? All right, that's how you manipulate the three different types of equations. We've looked at what if the unknown is in all three spots. Okay, now, today we're going to be working with tangent.
Tangent?
Just tangent. Tomorrow we're going to do sine and cosine.
So, but it's each a lesson?
Yes.
Cool.
All right, so the angle specified determines which side is opposite and which side is adjacent. You can't just automatically say this is always going to be opposite and this is always going to be adjacent. It depends on your angle and where it's located. Are we ready?
Yes, maybe I'll notes.
Well, isn't it nice that now that Nick started taking notes?
I know.
So
What did you do for school?
Nothing?
Yeah, that's right. I hope your mom was watching too.
Nada.
So all of the homework is going to be tan.
All of the homework is just tan.
Sometimes I
Tan?
do say I know, I wish. I'm pasty.
Tangent. Toa. Tangent equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, so draw this triangle. Remember now, only with right triangles do these functions work. Okay? All right. This is a right triangle. I have specified the top angle to be theta, which means in reference to theta, the adjacent side is this little bitty side on the side of it. Adjacent means it's helping to form the angle. Okay? The opposite is completely across from the angle. And the hypotenuse is the hypotenuse. Now, if I take, you had a question? Okay.
What is this?
It's going to be either, we're going to either be looking for an angle measure or it's going to be like 38 degrees.
Okay, because don't you usually look across from the right angle?
If you're looking for the hypotenuse. Okay?
But is theta like X? Just like
It might be, it's an angle. Either we're going to know an angle
so
or we're not going to know an
so it
angle.
won't be in the problem.
Right. You're not going to see theta.
It'll be like 3 or
Right.
something.
Exactly. Okay, look, same triangle. Now theta is the bottom acute angle. Well, the hypotenuse hasn't moved because the hypotenuse is what it is. But now, in reference to my specified angle, the opposite side is the shortest leg. And the adjacent side helps to form the angle. It's adjacent to the angle.
So the hypotenuse always, the hypotenuse is always going to form theta. You want to
Yes. Yes. Okay, so let's look at this triangle. All right, first off, we had Pythagorean theorem. I cannot use it because I don't know two sides. Second was special right triangles. This isn't special. So the third is our functions, okay?
Wait,
So
how do we know it's not special?
it's not
Oh,
30, 60,
yeah.
90, and it's not 45, 45, 90. Okay?
I see.
So we're just going to choose one of the two acute angles to be theta. Just choose one.
32.
32. Okay. So I'm going to designate this theta.
Designated theta.
Okay, which means in reference to theta, what is 22?
It is the adjacent.
Adjacent.
It is the adjacent leg,
And X is opposite.
and x is the opposite leg. Okay? All right, now which function has opposite and adjacent?
Tangent.
Tangent.
What a coincidence.
So the tangent of theta, which in this case we know the angle measure, so the tangent of 32 is equal to the opposite,
X.
which is x, over the adjacent, which is 22.
Let me.
And then we did 22 on both.
You multiply both sides by 22. So in your calculator, do you use the shift key?
No, you should.
No. So it's 22 tangent 32 equals.
Elise, have you ever even heard of tangent and cosine?
And we're looking for a side, so we're going to round to the nearest tenth.
13.7.
Very good.
Well, I guess in geometry, like two last year, some people had taken geometry before, so they knew it. So it's, in
Yeah.
one class or the other, you don't know it first.
Right.
Next year, you'll know it.
Yeah, we didn't learn that in Algebra 1.
No.
Seems
No.
like I've always known about
No,
it.
we did an algebra.
Okay, now let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick. Y'all stop talking. All right, I'm not going to change my answer. What if Meredith, this was a question on the test, and Meredith chose 32 as her theta, and Hannah chose 58 as her theta? Would it make a difference?
No.
No.
Let's see why. Because now 22 is opposite
And X is adjacent.
and x is adjacent. So the tangent of 58 is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. And what do we do with x and tangent when they're in this situation?
To the disco.
Enter this in your calculator.
Oh my gosh, you just confused me.
What?
That's
Okay,
what we
whenever,
talked about
I
last
don't get the whole
time.
switching thing. Under what circumstances do you switch them? If the X is in the
Huh.
denominator?
If the x is in the denominator. Oh!
And of course, it's the same because the triangle itself.
Because that's just what's going to happen every time you maneuver to get x by itself.
How would you enter that in your calculator?
22 divided by tangent 58. Just like it reads.
So you
It's the same
switch the tangent.
It's the same thing. Okay?
But like, act like you cross multiply.
So you just trade places here
Okay.
to get x by itself. Okay? All right, in this one, what would theta be?
60.
61.
61. X would be